This is the Bowman School in Lexington, Massachusetts. The teacher is Stephen Levy.
Half inch less than 6.5?
His fourth grade class has been working on a project for several weeks. It has involved the students designing their own pencil boxes, agreeing on a common plan for their size and shape, and then building them out of wood. Today, Mr. Levy is presenting his students with a new challenge, the staining of their pencil boxes.
This is an example of our boxes that we're making, right? And here is what the wood looked like before. So you can see this has been stained. And now I have the problem is that I have to go to Mr. Cunningham at the hardware store, and I have to say, Mr. Cunningham, we need some stain in order to cover all of our boxes. Now Mr. Cunningham says to me, what does he say? Danny, what does Mr. Cunningham say to me?
You actually probably, did you measure what do you want to stain? Or...
Yeah, I say, Mr. Cunningham, I need some stain. He says, well, how much do you want? And so what do I tell him? This is stained, as you notice, on this side, on the edges, inside, all around every piece. The little round pegs are stained. The cams are stained. So what I need you to do is, in your group, find out the total area of your box so I will know how much stain to ask Mr. Cunningham to buy. You're going to have to figure out how many inches, and then you're going to have to turn that into feet. And we'll see if we remember how to do that. Maybe in your groups you'll have to figure that out. So I'm going to hand these out to each of you.
Mr. Levy hands out a sheet that contains the amount of square feet the stain will cover. Square feet is given for pints, quarts, and gallons. It also gives the price for each size can.
All right, would you just look at the sheet? Let's read it quickly together. Now look at this. This is important. 1 pint covers about 25 square feet. 1 quart covers about 50 square feet, and 1 gallon covers about 200 square feet. Now it says about, so that's important because it's not going to be exact.
The class is separated into small working groups. They are given the pieces of the pencil box they've recently cut, a ruler, and a calculator. Mr. Levy then assigns a student from each group to fulfill a specific role: a recorder,
So write down 36.
a measurer,
Just measure how long and how wide it is.
a director,
This all together is 142 square inches.
and a calculator.
72 times.
We've been working with area and with measurement in geometry, in multiplication, and this was an excellent opportunity for them to practice the skills that we've been working on in class in a very practical application.
Are we doing it for just this box or all the boxes?
Ah, good question. Now, when I go to Mr. Cunningham, do I want enough stain for just 1 box?
No, you want for all of them.
I want for everybody, so I need to know. Aha! Important question. 26. So you need 1 for everything. All right, keep going.
First of all, we should do the big stuff. Yeah. Now, do we know of anything that's the same size? Yeah, the top is the same size. I think the top is 9 inches.
What
Are they the same? Yes, these two are the same. Those two are the same, and this is the same length as them. But is this? How the heck do you measure the width? No. Measure it like that.
Okay. Wrong side.
Half an inch.
Half an inch, yep.
Half an inch. Wait. 0.5. 0.5. 0.5. 0. Okay. Okay, times 9. Equals 4.5. 4.5 inches. Great, get the calculator ready, okay? Now, what should we do? We got 4 inches this way. We've got 9 inches this way. And we got a half inch across here, okay? Now put those together and so we got, what's 4 times 9? 36. Write down 36. Right, that's impossible. 4 times 36 because we got this side, this side, this side, that side. 144. Write down 144.
You can't expect just suddenly to break your class up into groups and give them assignments and expect that they're going to be able to work together. I think the whole aspect of their working together is something you build over time. You know what shows a half?
Yeah, dot.
Point what makes it a half?
Point.
Peter, can you help?
Was it 1.1? 8.
No.
2.
2.2 means what?
8.5.
8.5 is a half. 8.2 means 2 tenths.
5 times. What is that? What is that number right there? 4.5.
That's right. That's a half.
So 8.5 times 4.5.
Got it.
Okay. 40 point 5 plus 36 plus 16.8.
Hold on, plus 16.8 times.
No times.
Yes, because there are 2 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of those.
Oh yeah, oops, times.
Explain to me this idea. Tell me what you're doing.
Well, we're putting sides on it.
Trying to estimate how much
A square foot would be.
So you're just laying the pieces out on top of a square foot
Yeah.
and saying this is a square foot instead of measuring each piece?
You have to measure them up.
This is wonderful.
169.5.
55.
160. So we better get about.
I'm gonna write this down on one piece of paper. Okie dokie.
Oh shoot, we can't do it. Wait, stop. Cut. That's not square feet. So what equals square inches? Yeah, but square.
No, this is square inches.
And why are you saying it's square feet? Because it is. We gotta add it to square feet.
Oh,
39.
yeah, we would recommend
How
probably
much stain?
1 quart.
You think 1 quart would do it?
It would be a bit over, but
Bit over is better than a bit under.
yeah.
And price?
And the price of 1 quart is $8.40.
$8.40. Melissa, you ready? Total square feet?
86.
How much stain?
2 quarts.
2 quarts. Price?
$16.08.
Ilana, what was your total square feet?
We didn't really come to that.
But that's just our estimate. We just made an estimate.
So you had measured, okay. So your final estimate was what? 1 pint and 1 quart?
Yeah.
What in the world am I going to tell Mr. Cunningham? Ariana, do you have an idea?
They thought 86 square feet for the total square feet. And if that was so, 86 square feet would be about half the classroom. And that's a little bit bigger than all our boxes would be in a row.
So you're talking about a square that's about 9 feet by 9 feet. And you think 26 boxes, if we took all the wood and laid it out, you think that's too much?
Yeah, for 86 square feet.
Okay. Kate, what do you think?
Well, I have something to add on to Ariana. I don't think it would be too much because you'd have to take each piece of wood and fold out all the sides. It's not just
This is a very important fact. Not just how much they were, but both sides and all the unfolded, right. So you think it might be? Peter, just a minute. Yes, Peter.
We just realized that we only measured one side, so it's really 78.
What a big help. So you want to change your 39 to 78?
And we want to get 2 quarts instead of just 1.
Can we change ours? Because I just realized something. We forgot to do the little sides.
So you may have to go back and recalculate a bit. All right. Anybody else see anything? Chris, do you have your answer yet?
54.
54? And how much stain do you want me to buy?
Probably 50.
A pint and a quart.
Okay. 1 pint and 1 quart. How much? We have that. My dearest friends, we're getting closer, but I'm still not sure. Anybody else have any ideas? Ilana?
First, you can get a quart, and we probably won't do all of it in one day. So if we run out, you can just get more the next day.
There's a good thought. Last question. If I wanted to find out why in the world you all had the same amount of pieces, and yet you all came up with different answers, how could we go back and find out where we got to these different places? Julia?
We could do it like as one big group instead of little 4 groups. We could.
It's a successful lesson primarily because I think the children are motivated because it's connected to the real world. The fact that they have a big personal stake in the outcome of it lifts the education out of the textbook, lifts it out of the school setting, and kind of brings it into real life for these children. And when they feel they're doing something that's real, then I think the fullness of their capacities and the fullness of their energy is dedicated to that task, and you get the best that they have to deliver.
During the lesson, how did the students differ in their approaches to solving the problem? In what ways is the mathematics connected to the outside world? How did Mr. Levy react as students reported their findings?